Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to MHF. Arsenal complete a historic season for them. A three-peat now, historic three-peat for them. For the second time in their history, they complete the three-peat. Second again for Arsenal. Absolutely brilliant for them. Big up everybody that is here. They beat Newcastle to confirm second place for the third time in a row. No one has ever done this other than Arsenal twice, of course, in their history. Sam turns off his camera as the fraud he is, of course. But listen, Arsenal confirmed second is a big thing for him. I told him, don't smile. I told him in the beginning of the show, before we actually go live, don't smile, but it's nothing. But listen, big up everybody that is here. Arsenal, to be honest, a banger from Declan Rice. Let's be honest, a banger from Declan Rice, an absolute rocket of a shot from Bend like Dex, a great goal from him. Arteta fixed in the second half. There is now pressure on Chelsea. Nottingham Forest won. So now you must win in the last game. Otherwise, you must miss out and you have to win the Conference League to actually get Europa League. Otherwise, you will not play European football at all next season. So big win for Nottingham Forest, of course, for them. Big win for them. But listen, there are a couple of points that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Now that Arsenal have been confirmed in the Champions League and Arsenal have won against Newcastle, I think that Arsenal are a level above the rest of the league, bar Liverpool, of course, because Liverpool won the league with the likes of Salah and Arne Slot and Gravenberch, McAllister. But still, Arsenal are a level above everyone. Today, game proves it. Yes, Newcastle had a good game, but also Arsenal were in the second gear and still won the game, so that is fair and square to them. Hit that like button, people. If you are here, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, of course, big up everyone that joined us on the Football Terrace. This is MHF. This is Mo and Husam Football Channel. As you see, of course, on the screen, it's Mo and Husam Channel. This is our regular channel. If you haven't watched us before, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and I want to know your opinion. I want to know what you guys think. But there are a lot of talking points today that I want to mention, which is Declan Rice is good. I thought Odegaard was still very poor. I know that he had the assist, but overall play, he was so poor today. He really has turned into just another midfielder that passed the ball around. Yes, he had the assist and everything, but I'm just going to repeat, Martin Odegaard is not a creative 10 anymore. When you watch him, he doesn't do a lot of things that I'm expecting. Like, all I have to say is that, and I'm going to say this, and I want people's opinion, that is honest. There are three particular plays in this game, and I hope that Husam, once he finishes his yogurt or whatever granola he's talking about or something, or ice cream or whatever he's eating, of course, there are 3 plays in this game. But before we go on, there's over 500 people in the house. And hit that like button. We need to get to 300 likes live. There are 3 plays that I saw today for Martin Odegaard that I wanted to discuss with the Arsenal fans. He was at the edge of the 18, facing a defender. There is a path to Saka, and he's facing a defender. And instead of him trying to do a trickery thing and dribble the guy to create a shooting opportunity, like the majority of the number 10s do, the Palmers, Fodens, Bellingham, even McAllister does this, you know what I mean? He's not like an out number 10. He chose the safe pass to Saka to play the triangle with Ben White, and he didn't even try to dribble. What happened to this guy? What is going on? How were you the wonder kid, the Norwegian wonder kid that joined Real Madrid, for you now to be facing a defender from Newcastle and not even to create a shooting opportunity for yourself? And no, there was no doubling on him. There was no second defender. It was a simple defender. Bro, Salah, do you remember the goal that Salah scored against Chelsea from outside the box with his left foot? He received the ball, feint, go inside, shoot. Yamal does it. Palmer does it. Even Saka does it, bro. Like Saka on the left foot, he tries to go inside and shoot. Martin Odegaard literally looking the defender eye to eye. Bro, if I have a number 10 like this, bro, Barella tries to do this. Barella, he's not even trickery player at all. How is a number 10 in a team like Arsenal is not even trying to create a shooting opportunity for himself? It's beyond my mind. And he was great. He was a wonder kid. What happened to him? Why did he choosing the side passes and the safe options? What the fuck? How is this your number 10? Look at Declan Rice. Declan Rice tries to dribble to shoot. And Odegaard does it. He doesn't. These 3 plays drove me crazy. Well, I was watching them. I know exactly. Sam knows exactly the plays I'm talking about. He is across the 18 on the right side a little bit. You're left-footed. Fucking body feint and shoot. 3 times. He chose the simple pass. Let me do the pass and drop deep and get it back and we keep it. Bro, fuck this bullshit, bro. Fuck. I'm done.
As long as Mikel Arteta is Arsenal manager, I'm not worried about them for next season whatsoever. Regardless who they sign, because the way that they play football, the tactics that they employ are not sustainable for winning a league title. They're not sustainable for having consistent wins, because he keeps changing it up and he keeps going worse and worse and worse and worse. We had the version of Arsenal 3 years ago when they were 8 points ahead of Manchester City, where they're playing beautiful football. Martinelli 15 goals, Saka 16 goals, and they were cooking.
Odegaard even had 16 goals and 8 assists or something like this.
Saliba gets injured, they lose the league. The year after, because Kevin De Bruyne gave them PTSD forever, they decided to go a bit more defensive. End up losing the league.
No, but the second half of the season, they were great.
Yeah, he turned up 16 out of 18 games they won. This season has exposed everything wrong with Arsenal Football Club. Once again today, most of their dangerous chances came from set pieces, and a shot from far from Declan Rice. Declan Rice bailed, just completely saved Arsenal today. This is just the truth. The systems and the tactics that Arteta employs are not sustainable for me for winning a league. And I think the stuff that you're talking about with Odegaard is instructional. I think if Odegaard...
Really? You think he tells them don't shoot?
Yeah.
Ya Allah.
I think Declan Rice just doesn't give a fuck, but I think Odegaard is like teacher's pet. He'll just listen to what the teacher tells him. And, the fan base of Arsenal and the players of Arsenal are just a mirror image of who the manager is. Because it's a club filled with excuses. It's a club filled with more and more things that make me realize exactly why they didn't win the league this year. You can't, and I repeat, you cannot 3 years lose to Liverpool Football Club with no signings and come out in an interview and say stuff like the only reason why we lost the league is red cards and injuries. And
do you know that he said that in the press conference? They asked
him. I watched the interview as well. I know the full context.
You know what? I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you. You know what? We can sit here and me and you can debate it. I can make that excuse. A fan can make that excuse. And I
A
hear
manager
it.
cannot make that excuse.
I will hear it from Mo, I will hear it from Giuseppe, I'll hear it from Saad, I'll hear it from Rory, and we debate it, you know, back and forth. You debate them, and you tell them the games you draw, and we debate with like SEAMT, we debate with them. A manager cannot sit in a press conference and do this, because the problem is there are people that follow you that will say the same thing, and you'll be convinced that
And
is the only reason.
and that's why
Like,
I
I
cannot
don't get it,
be
bro.
that's why I cannot be angry at Igal. I cannot be angry at Martin. I can't be angry at any of these guys saying these things. I just can't be angry at you. If your own manager is saying stuff like this and he's not taking accountability
And
whatsoever,
him saying he's the only reason is kind of like wild to me. Like, it's wild. The only reason is wild. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why?
I watched the whole interview, so I know the context and everything. But still, it's wrong for him to say that. Even if the interviewer mentioned it, the correct thing to say is no. Liverpool are just better than us this season, and end of discussion. خلاص, I saw it well. I'm checking copyright. Chill out. So yeah, you can't be mad at the fans anymore. You can't be mad at the fans anymore because the manager is saying that. I think there is a problem. Arteta's biggest problem right now is the way that he coaches the forward line. Today was Newcastle without Isak, and Newcastle still had dangerous chances. Bruno Guimaraes, Callum Wilson, Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon, all of them came in behind. All of them got into dangerous positions. All of them were in a position where they could score. And they ended up losing the league because of this mentality right here, this loser mentality of just saying stuff like, you know, oh, injuries and VAR and blah, blah, blah. Today's game, Declan Rice saved Arsenal, just like he has done a lot of times. The guy is a phenomenal midfielder. The shot that he took from far was incredible. I know exactly the stuff that you're talking about with Odegaard. I think he has such a serious lack of risk taking. I'm 100% sure that, like, I can say this confidently now, based off the last month and a half, 2 months watching Arsenal, that even if they had their players fit the whole year, we would have still won the league. I think I should have never been worried about Arsenal, and I never will be worried about Arsenal. I really won't. They could sign whoever they want this summer. I'm good. I'm looking at Manchester City now. I think Manchester City is the toughest opponent for next year. Liverpool's two biggest enemies are Liverpool and Manchester City. That's our two biggest enemies. Ourselves and Man City. That's it. It's us versus us and City. And that's the thing. I watched today's game. Newcastle had the more dangerous chances. Newcastle had like the chances where they could have scored goals, and like I just don't think the way that Arsenal play football is a way that they can win the league. I'll be honest with you. So we will see where Arteta goes from here, where Arsenal go from here. I think they need to start the season really well next season. I think if they drop points even once in the first 3 games of next year, like they are gonna have a complete meltdown. And you know, khalas, for me, this Arteta movie is over in my mind. I'll never back him. I will never say that he's gonna win the league. I'll never say that he can do anything to improve Arsenal Football Club. This is it. I think he has hit his ceiling. I think he's the Spanish Brendan Rodgers. So that's the thing. I think Arteta's anti-football, the way that he plays. Like everyone in my chat today, including Arsenal fans, were telling me that they were struggling to stay awake during the Newcastle game. And those are fans of Arsenal Football Club. So for me, I just think like Arsenal are not a threat. Arsenal are not a threat for next season. And today proves it. Full team, no excuses, and Newcastle have the more dangerous chances.
I disagree with you. The second half, Arsenal.
I love the fact they finished second 3 years in a row, though, because that makes my point even stronger. Why? Because I think it would have been better for them to finish third.
I'm frozen. I know I'm frozen. Got a moment.
No, you're not frozen. Go ahead.
So, okay. So my browser is just frozen. Then I need to refresh. I can't see anything. Okay,
you're
now
not
it's
frozen,
good.
by the way.
Now,
you're HD.
No, the
You're
browser
HD.
was frozen, not the StreamYard. I want to say a couple of things. I actually disagree with you a little bit. So Arsenal were good in the second half. I thought Arteta fixed a lot of holes. I think Arteta is a very good coach, but I think that he is a little bit conservative, and he is now obsessed with control, with not taking risks. And I think I like the Arsenal of last
Okay,
season.
I'll stop you there like you stop me sometimes. Quick question. Name a manager that has beaten Pep Guardiola with control. Tell me.
No one. I can't remember anyone in the
Klopp,
history of the
heavy
sport.
metal. Mourinho, counter-attack. Slot is definitely not control as well. A little bit heavy metal.
Yeah, but again, Arteta, if he performs like
You
The
think you can
problem
beat Pep at Pep's game? Impossible.
no, but I don't think that Man City have a very, very good team to perform Pep ball next season. So I think
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell if Man City next season, if they get Verts, they get Reinders, there is still a long way to go for them to get to the 97, 99, 100 points again. So it will be like a 90 points. The dangerous will be if Liverpool get an actual striker and an extra like midfielder, because if Arne Slot can get Salah to score that many goals, I'm not gonna say that Salah will score the same amount of goals, but if Salah gets even half his GA, but the other half is for the
like
striker.
from a striker.
The striker, because this season people forget that Salah still had created the most chances, the big chances in the league. Go ahead, the most big chances in the league. So if they have a real number 9, right, and right away that striker actually gets the goals that Salah scored, like Salah creates, I think it will be amazing for them. So for me, I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, yeah, maybe next season Salah can have a striker, a partner, and things will be good. And it depends on what Liverpool does. But again, Arsenal will get a risk taker in Newcastle, and if they get Rodrigo as well, that is a risk taker. You know what I mean? That is a risk taker. That is someone that is not that takes risks. So Arteta will not be able to control him. So in my opinion, if I'm looking at this, I think still Arteta can still win the league. I'm not going to rule him out of winning the league, to be honest. I'm not going to rule him out of winning the league. But in the same time, I'm saying that they need to play a little bit of the same football that they played in the end of 23-24 season. That is the thing. So I genuinely think that Arteta needs to do this. But let me do the super chats. Edge of the box, second half, ball on the shoot. Yeah, I saw that AMT. That was horrendous and horrific. When Husam comes back, Hazard, I'm gonna do your super chat, to be honest with you. Liverpool lost Zubimendi to the Spanish. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for Husam guys to do the banter super chats. But I'm gonna say Declan Rice is great. I thought Thomas Partey was very good. I think today Thomas Partey needs to I think he needs to get a contract even if Zubimendi is here. Husam, I want you to respond to the super chats.
Why are you lying? He also said we need to improve as a team and score more goals. You're missing. I love the fact that every time we say stuff, like it's just khalas, guys. Honestly, you guys are so boring. Like I just have to be positive about Arsenal all the time. Khalas, I backed your club this season. I said you were gonna win the league. You didn't. You're fucking awful. You're shit. You don't deserve to win the league. End of discussion. The point, Mo already told you the problem with the thing. It's not Igal talks football in a press conference. It's not Igal on the football terrace. It's fucking your manager. Your manager cannot come out publicly and say injuries and VAR is the reason why we did it. Like one of the reasons, yeah, of course, we would have been closer. You can't say shit like this. You have to say Liverpool were better than us. We were not good enough. We will go again next season. End of. That's it, bro. Like you guys are so like you're very sensitive. You're very sensitive. I realize this. Plus no Joe Linton. Yeah, there is no Joe Linton. Spaceman Trooper. Liverpool lost Zubimendi to Spanish Brenda. Well done. Well done for the quadruple this season. We beat Real Madrid. We didn't lose to Liverpool, and we beat Zubimendi. Well done. What a trophy. What a trophy. Fantastic. I'm gonna send you a trophy for you. I'm gonna send you a trophy because you signed Zubimendi. So what does Zubimendi change in today's game? Zubimendi is not better than Partey. So Partey comes out, Zubimendi comes in the team. What? Are you more dangerous against Newcastle because Zubimendi in the team? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're fucking shit and you know it. But anyway, it's okay. We'll be here inshallah next May saying the same exact shit over and over again. Khalas. Me, I backed Arsenal the second half of the Saliba year. I backed Arsenal last year to win the league and I backed Arsenal this year. I'm not going to make the same mistake for a fourth year in a row. خلاص. As long as this guy is the manager, you're not winning the league. End of discussion. He has no mentality. He doesn't know how to coach an attack. And every year he fucks some new thing up. I promise you, these same Arsenal fans that are saying the only thing there is to fix is the forward line, they will come back in October, December, and there will be some new shit to change. Like, oh, we need a number 10. Oh, we need a left back. Oh, we need a right back. Oh, we need this. We need that. Listen, if you want your football club to be ideal to win the league, you're never going to win the league. Because guess what? Ideal does not exist in the world of football. That's just the truth of the matter. Because I had to play with Kelleher this season. Because I had to play with Conor Bradley this season. I had to play with Robertson this season. I had to play with Gomez, with Kwanzaa. I had to play without Elliott as an option off the bench. I had Gravenberch injured for a bit. I had McAllister injured for a bit. I had Gravenberch fatigued. I had Jota out. I had every single, like one of these players, the left wingers. Diaz was out for a bit. Gakpo was out for a bit. Guess what? Ideal does not exist in the world of football. You think Barcelona have had their goalkeeper out for the whole season. Go look at how many injuries Barcelona had. They're league champs. Simple as. You know, look at Napoli, look at Inter Milan. You think they've played their full teams all year? No, they haven't. You don't know why? Because ideal scenarios do not exist in football. Simple as. The first time we won the league, 2019-2020, Shaqiri played, Origi played, Milner played, Oxlade-Chamberlain played, Naby Keita played. The team was rotated because injuries happen, because players, some shit happens to players. You know, every year there will be injuries. So now, let's say you sign Gyökeres. Arsenal are in a very good position. You're winning games of football, blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. And then Gyökeres, God forbid, gets injured for a month. You draw the next 5 games and you lose the league. What's your excuse going to be? Oh, Gyökeres got injured, that's why we lost the league. Ma khalas, we know your games at this point. So you just want me to be positive about your club? Diallo's calling it jarring. Diallo, it was jarring when you pretended to be a Barca fan for 7 months. So now hold that. It was jarring when you pretended to be a Barcelona fan for 7 months. Then suddenly you come out of the cave and go like, oh no, I'm actually an Arsenal fan. You want to know what's more jarring? How you want me to be positive about a club that finished second 3 years in a row? So what's there positive to say? Well done, you finished second 3 years in a row. Wow, fantastic. Do you know Liverpool have 25 wins?
Can I understand?
Do you know that you have won one more game than you have drawn and lost? Deep what I just said. You have won one more game than you have drawn and lost. You talk about injuries and referees. Fulham, Chelsea, Bournemouth, home and away, Everton, all of these games. You dropped points without any injury, without any controversy, nothing. Your team's fucking shit. There's a game that Mo always references, the Brighton game, the 3rd game of the season. It's 1-1. You go to 10 men. Arteta defends, says 1 point is enough. Liverpool 2-2 Fulham at Anfield with 10 men. We attack. Gravenberch ends the game at DM. You need a goal away in PSG. You're bringing on Ben White. Have a day off, bro. You want me to back that manager? Never.
But I want to understand the people that say that is jarring. What did Husam say? And you can actually challenge him. Like, I want to understand what people are talking about. Like, challenge the opinion. He thinks, like you say, Husam is jarring. Okay, I hear it. Like when Husam says things, I tell him, I disagree with you. I think Arteta coached a very good team last season, a very good team the season before. Like Arteta's a good coach, blah, blah, blah. And we debated. What is jarring? I don't understand. Like, because he doesn't come out, like, to be honest with you, should we come here and say that he's great and everything? I challenge Husam and McAllister on every stream now. I don't think he's all of that. And he come and say, by the way, Liverpool fans in the chat don't come and say, Mo, you're jarring. Do you know what they say? You're wrong because of this, because of 1, 2, 3, 4. Mo, you are wrong about McAllister. Mo, you're wrong about Trent. We argue. Me, Redline Teranga, Chills, Jenny, a lot of Liverpool fans. I do solo shows and people challenge me all the time. But I don't understand this. Because Husam lost faith in Arteta because of the season, he is jarring. Like, I want to understand this. This is content. We are trying to actually have a debate. This is the debate. This is myself.
When Mo tells me McAllister is not world class, I tell him he has consistently improved from last year on to today. He has played 6, he has played 8, he has played 10. He is clutch. He has scored goals against Real Madrid. He scored important goals for us. He is a complete footballer. He can pass, he can create, he can dribble, he can shoot. I tell him he has more tackles per game than Caicedo. I tell him, like, I give him factual information. I don't tell him.
And then we debate this, we debate this point, we debate that, we debate this. But guys, like, seriously, I disagree with Husam when he says Arteta is not a good coach, because I say that if Arteta joined
I don't say
Inter
he's
next
not a good
season,
coach. I just don't think he's
if
a get over
Arteta
the
joined
line
Inter
coach.
next season, I think we win the league.
Yeah,
Right?
I just don't
I
think he
think
can
with
get
our
Arsenal
squad.
over the line. I just don't.
Like for me, I don't make these statements. Like he's not going to get Arsenal over. However, because of what happened this season, I think that Arsenal need to change the way they play. And by the way, I'm going to tell you guys something. You know what lead judges told me? You know, I did that show with lead judges. Like in the middle of the show, I asked him a question. It's like, you go to the stadiums. What happened? He said, I really don't know. I don't know why we're watching a different football than the good football we played the last 2 seasons. And I tried to ask him, so what is your opinion? He said, there was no reason for us to be more cautious.
Nobody cares about Husam's views, but you're here commenting on Husam's views. So what is worse? No one caring about my views, or you commenting on my views that no one cares about? You're just like, you're like trying to trigger me or something, and it's not working because you're more pathetic, because you're in the comment section of someone you don't care about. I don't watch anyone I don't care about. Big up though. Go ahead, Mo.
You have turned on Arsenal so much, Khalas.
3 years I backed them. 3 years I said you're gonna win the league. Khalas. Now what?
And like, and I
Am
don't understand.
am I supposed to fall for the same trick 3 years in a row? 3 years ago, it
No.
was the Saliba injury is the reason. Me and you agreed. Okay. They
Yes.
went. Gabriel got better. They signed backup center backs. Timber, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. You challenge for the league again. You fall short again. This time it was this. It was the backups. Okay. They went, they signed Moreno. They went, they signed Sterling. Backup forward. They went and they signed Calafiori. Now what? Now it's the striker. Next year in May, the reason why we didn't win the league is because our left back was injured. Khalas. There is no ideal scenario in football. Wasn't Lautaro injured this season, Mo?
Thuram was injured, but we're not
Wasn't
winning the league.
Thuram injured this season, Mo?
Thuram and Lautaro were
So your
injured.
two best forwards together and your captain were injured. Are you going to make an excuse if Inter don't?
But
win
I
the
want to
league?
understand this. What is okay? So I'm gonna do the super chats, and I appreciate the support. But ask Husam, if Salah gets injured, does he win the league?
Salah had an injury in 1920 and we won the league. We played Shaqiri right wing.
Do you think if Salah was injured this season, you win the league?
But he wasn't injured. So now what?
Yeah, but I think people misunderstand the point. We're not talking about the injuries. We're talking about the way your football has developed this season.
Also, Saka is not, I realize this. Something that someone pointed out to me. I think it was Chills. Saka is not Arsenal's Salah. Because Salah is a tier above Saka.
Yeah,
Salah that's just the truth. That's just the truth. So if you tell me Salah is out for some time, I will tell you, okay, let's take out Saka, Odegaard, and Rice then.
But anyway.
Yeah.
There are a couple of super chats to do.
In Arsenal history, the only one who's on Salah level is Thierry Henry in the history of the football club. No one else. He's better than everyone else.
People still try to downplay our title. Ridwan Taranga is a Liverpool fan. Doesn't matter if we aren't as good as City sides. What matters is we were better than the other 19 clubs this season. United got 75 points one season. No one cared.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Do you know that in like 30 years ago, United won the league on 75 points. Newcastle was second on 68.
I know.
No one cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Thank you, history says Ferguson won 13 titles. No one cares. We got 20 titles. I'm good.
Hazard is saying, I'm Arteta out, but I hate people lying and taking snippets just for banter.
No one's taking it for banter.
But Fabrizio Romano tweeted that he said that it's the injuries and the red cards. I didn't watch
the whole clip.
I didn't watch.
As Mikel Arteta, your response should be, because you're the Arsenal manager, Liverpool were better than us this season. We will try to strengthen in the summer and go again. Done. Very simple.
Tony saying, poem, Husam bags stars to join the crew, but top players all say thank you, thanks, not you. They dodge the Reds like it's a trap. No one wants that Anfield crap.
That's why Frimpong rejected Manchester City, Manchester United, Barcelona, and Real Madrid as per Ben Jacobs to join Liverpool. Nice one.
Tom?
Enjoy our leftovers.
Slot is even better in his second season. Watch.
You want to know what's mad? We haven't even played slot ball yet. He still wants to get a 10. He still wants to get, he's got a right back now. He's going to get a left back. So I'm no longer going to have Robertson. And we're going to get a striker. I'm good, bro. What I'm going to worry about? Corners next year? I ain't worried.
With the utmost disrespect, Husam, your team is Salah, and inshallah, if he's out for a month, so is your title charge. Way too much chest for a rodent.
First of all, you will never say this to my face, Tom. Second of all, when it comes to Salah and inshallah, okay, your club is second, inshallah, because he was injured, and you've made that as an excuse the whole year. Big up, though. Big up, Troops, in the chat as well. I see you, Troops. Big up to you, brother. Big up. Big up. Troops, you have to admit you're wrong now. Even if Saka was fit, you wouldn't have won the league the way that you play. Fucking hell. I walked into Troops' stream today before the goal happened. The guy was almost going to fall asleep, bro.
I fell asleep a little bit today.
Bro, I was going to fall asleep on my watch along. How's that going to be the team that wins the league? Mad. I don't see it. You can sign whoever you want. You can sign Jokers and Isak. You ain't going to win with this manager.
I disagree. I still think.
He just admitted it. Here you go. See, he was waffling. He just admitted it. Very fair.
I still think. So you don't think that if Arsenal get like Gyökeres and Rodrigo and Zubamendi next season, they are
with Arteta, they will not win the league.
So you don't think that they will have so you don't think that they have a chance of winning the title? Let's just say that.
Yeah, with Arteta as manager, I don't think they win the league.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, they don't win the league with Arteta as manager. Simple as. He doesn't have the mentality. Mentality is very important in football, Mo. Simple as. By the way, they fire Arteta, hire Conte tomorrow. Directly, one of the favorites to win the league. Directly. They hire Simeone Inzaghi, one of the favorites to win the league. They hire Hansi Flick, one of the favorites to win the league. Zidane, same. With this guy, he just doesn't have the mentality. Say something that rebuttals me. Prove to me that he has the mentality.
I'm going to tell you. I think the way he coaches the teams, the way he managed the last 16 games of last season, I think he was just edged by a better team. That's it.
Okay.
That mentality thing.
I have one question.
Let me finish. That mentality thing. Okay, we said it about Inzaghi the first 2 seasons at Inter. Bottled it to Milan. Did he win the second year to Napoli? Then he reached the Champions League final. Yeah, but it's different. We are a better team than a lot of teams in Italy, but we're a team that is better than a lot of teams in Italy.
Arsenal were better than us in August.
But I'm not going to put the difference between this season and next season, regardless of who Arsenal get. If they get Rodrigo and Gyökeres and Liverpool do the business, I am not going to do what I said this season, the Arsenal are favorites to win the league. I'm just going to say that Arsenal are one of the 3 contenders. I said yesterday that Liverpool, they get 40%. Man City, depending on 30, Arsenal 30. That is my take.
That's fine, up to you.
Like I think.
Okay,
that
so
Arsenal,
you mentioned last year. You mentioned last year.
Yes.
When did the Aston Villa game happen?
One of the last 18 games.
Type, when did it happen?
I can't remember when exactly.
Okay, I'll tell you when it happened. After Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace 1-0 at Anfield.
But you wouldn't.
I need an explanation. I just want one explanation. Why is it every time Liverpool dropped points this season, Arsenal proceeded to drop points? Just give me one explanation. My most watched video on my channel this year, Wednesday night. We drew away to Aston Villa 2-2. I posted the video on my channel. I'm starting to get worried. It's the most viewed video on my channel. You can go look at it. The next game was Arsenal-West Ham at the Emirates. Arsenal fans talk about injuries. صح Mo? You want to know who was out for West Ham? No Paqueta. No Soufal. No Somerville. They won 1-0 at the Emirates. Explain that to me. Why is it every time Liverpool drop points, Arsenal go drop points the game after? Why they never take advantage? If it's not mentality, there is no other reason. Simple.
I still think that the problem is the Kai Havertz signing is the downfall of Mikel Arteta again. They didn't have Kai Havertz
today. When the Havertz came back, they cheered them.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't understand. Why do you still love this man? I don't know.
There you go.
What is it? What did he offer the club? I don't know. It's just banter between them and Chelsea, to be honest. That's the only reason you would back
signing that Arsenal can make is a new manager. That's
depends.
The best signing.
If there is no better manager than Arteta, It's not a new trial. It's not a trial and error. Like, don't tell me Iraola or Glasner like other people say.
No, I'm
You know
not
what
saying
I mean?
Iraola or Glasner. I'm
Like,
not.
they need to sign a better manager
Yeah,
if
but
they're
what did
gonna
I
get rid
say?
of
Who
Conte.
did the names that I brought? You always say Inter are broke. Napoli are broke. يعني Arsenal can offer Conte and Inzaghi 3 times, 4 times the salary they're
But
on in Italy.
I said it many times, and you said it. Inzaghi doesn't suit Arsenal. The team
Yeah,
is
I
not
know,
built.
but they could make يعني tweaks
Yeah, but
here
the
and
team
there.
is not built for him. I need a manager that is better than him now that plays 4-3-3. I don't know. I'm not a scout.
Who's
Liverpool
leaving
scouted
Madrid
them.
this summer?
Ancelotti. I don't think Ancelotti is better than Arteta.
Ancelotti is the definition of getting you over the. You don't think Ancelotti is better than
No,
Arteta?
no. I don't think Ancelotti now wins the league with. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. If Ancelotti join Arsenal now, if Ancelotti join Arsenal next season, they come fourth. They don't even challenge for the league. They don't even
Actually,
challenge
if
with this.
Ancelotti joined Arsenal this year, he would not have played Saka against Preston and Derby in the 4th round and the 5th round of the Carabao Cup, therefore giving Saka more rest and less chance of an injury.
Okay, I'm just telling you from now, if
Xavi
Ancelotti
Hernandez?
joins,
That's
that is not a bad shout. See that is not a
Xavi
bad shout.
Hernandez gave Yamal his debut, Kubarsi his debut, Gavi, Pedri, all of these guys, he gave them their debuts.
Not a bad
He won
shout.
the league when Barcelona had to pull levers to make a signing, and he beat Real Madrid. There you go. You want a better example? Xavi Hernandez. Done. And Xavi Hernandez was very flexible as well. Not every time he played the 4-3-3 tiki-taka.
No, I remember him. I remember him playing
Sometimes he
defensive
employed
against
different
Real Madrid.
formations. Yeah.
He played defensive against Real Madrid.
Yeah. And they ended up winning 4-0. There you go.
Is he serious?
Xavi Hernandez.
Is
Yalla,
he not
rebuttal.
giving that as a penalty?
Does
Oh no,
Xavi
I'm
Hernandez
not. I
have
said
the
Xavi
mentality?
Hernandez is a good option. It's a very good option.
100%. Xavi football is horrendous though. Fantastic point. Arteta football is what?
Yeah, but
Very
the problem is Arteta has changed the way he plays football to be a more robotic brand of football as well. Like, it's not that guys in the chat, it's not that Arteta now is playing free-flowing football, even with his players fit. He doesn't. He only does it in the champs. Why? Why only in the fucking champs? It doesn't make sense. Let me do this. Fonzie's saying maybe next season it will be the grass is too tall.
No, next season, like maybe, like if Calafiore is out for a bit, we need a new left back. It's very important for us to address the left back position. خلاص حبيبي, we're bored.
Your backing doesn't mean jack shit. It means nada.
Unlike you, though, I reveal who I truly am. I'm a Liverpool fan who said Arsenal are going to win the league this season. I did not say, guys, I'm a Madrid fan like you. Big up, though.
To be honest with you, Husam, like, your support to Arsenal doesn't mean anything to Arsenal, but also at the same time.
No, but it means, to my opinion, that it's not biased. If I'm capable of saying Arsenal, I watched Arsenal before the World Cup. I said, guys, I think they're going to win the league this year. Last season, before the season started, I said Arsenal are going to win the league.
I don't think
this year, before a ball was
kicked,
I said Arsenal are going to win the league. So it shows you it comes from no place of bias.
Yeah,
Last
but
year, when Liverpool lost out on the league, I was one of the Liverpool fans that preferred Arsenal winning the league over Manchester City. So I'm not biased.
I know you're not. People just think you're biased for some whatever reason. I don't know why people think that. Mo, Husam is right. I agree with his opinion. Arteta is a negative with his instructions. Okay? If he don't have his first team fit, he goes to negative football. He's an Arsenal fan. That's an Arsenal fan. An Arsenal fan. Well, so you guys think Hakai Vibes is a hater for Arsenal? He's an Arsenal fan. A man is an Arsenal fan right there. And I think he's too cautious this season in the league for some whatever. That's a fucking penalty, you fucking douchebag. Very strange Arsenal season from game one. They look to play a different style, which fuck knows why. Oga Boga, I literally said that. Why change the style that was working at the end of last season? What changed? By the way, beginning of the season, yes, you get some red cards, but you still looked a little bit more cautious. Why? I don't know. You're right, Boga. We prefer your hate, Husam.
Okay. We?
You prefer your hate, trash your bagging or whatever. Yeah. Okay. All right. So if Husam, I get it. If Husam doesn't back Arsenal and say Arsenal are great, so his
He's a hater.
opinions are biased. So if I sit here and
By the way,
say,
Diallo and all these guys, Castro and blah, blah, blah. One of the reasons they subscribe to my channel is at the start of the season, I was defending Arsenal. I was saying Arsenal had a good transfer window and Arsenal are going to win the league. They came to me and said, Husam, you're so unbiased. You know, like finally a rival fan is saying good things about Arsenal. Go watch my videos, bro. It's on my channel. Arsenal will win the league. My first match reaction for Arsenal this season. Arsenal are going to win the league. After Wolves at home. Never forget.
Salah was out 17 games last season. We lost 1 game. Okay. Fair enough. Morton. Lies again. It's not every time. It's only twice. What is only
When
twice?
it matters. Liverpool lost 1-0 at home to Crystal Palace. If Arsenal beat Aston Villa at home, they win the league. You lost 2-0. Mentality problem.
Arsenal didn't always play after Liverpool drop. Another lie.
Diallo, you know, I just want to teach you a word in English. It's called euphemism. It's called figure of speech. It's called style of speech. When someone says always, it does not necessarily mean always. It means a lot of times. Next.
Yeah. That's how people need to understand this. When I say Arsenal fans, I don't mean every single one. If I say Liverpool fans are annoying, it doesn't mean every single one. It means that I believe some. True, Husam, but you have changed and now less fair. Why? Why is he less fair? Can someone explain?
Yeah, but you're just putting words. You're just saying words. That's it. You're less fair. That's it. That makes no sense.
How? How you're less fair?
Yeah, I didn't say
Because
anything
you
less
don't
fair
back
about
Arsenal, you're less fair?
Just because I don't back Arsenal does not mean I'm less fair.
How is that
خلاص.
even possible?
3 years, I'm not going to fall for the same shit again in 3 years.
So it's ridiculous, to be honest. If I don't back Liverpool to win the league, I'm unfair. Is that like?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
If I don't back Man City to win the league, I'm unfair. What happened? You guys
So
won
if Liverpool
today.
sign Isak this summer, Mo, and you say Liverpool are going to win the league, you're unfair.
Yeah, 100%. Like 100%. If you sign Isak this summer, you are the favorites to win the league and by a margin. Like that is just a fact. You know what I mean? Like that is just a fact. What happened? What did he say? What did he say? I don't know what he said, to be honest. I don't know who's rattled, to be honest with you guys. I'm not rattled at all. Season have ended. I'm watching Inter on the side. And I'm watching Inter. We're about to bottle the league. And we're going for the Champions League. And I don't understand what is the problem with people. Guys, can we get the likes up at least? Like this is actually crazy that Arsenal won today and people are rattled for whatever reason. Like, I don't know why people are upset. Arsenal played well, played all right. You didn't play bad today. Played okay. Declan Rice scored a banger. I still think you need a number 10. You need a striker, a number 9. You need a left winger, and you're good to go. I don't know why it's negative, to be honest. But all I have to say is that today's game proved to me that Arsenal need a creative 10. To be honest with you guys, you need a creative 10 without a shadow of a doubt. That is my opinion. Oh my God. You need a creative 10 without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not sure why, if you guys agree with me or not about this. Couple of more super chats to do. Guys, I don't know why you all are like. Here you go. I'm gonna do this. Selvin, I'm gonna do this once he comes back. Arsenal are like the hangover movies. They forget what they did in previous seasons.
AMT is a hater, even though he's an Arsenal fan. Big up. اقرفنا بنابولي بارما. اقرفنا بالمباراة.
No, I'm watching Inter play Lazio, والله. I'm watching Inter play Lazio. Don Husam, you shit on Origi, but Salah would have no Champions League without him. Salah was in the stands when we slapped Barcelona. You're a Liverpool fan.
When have I ever shot on Origi? I have never shot on Origi once in my whole life. I've never shot on Origi once, bro. Like literally, I don't get what the fuck is wrong with some people. Honestly, where do you have? Is your earlobe like in your anus? I have never ever hated on Origi ever. What the fuck, bro? I've never said a negative word about Origi ever, bro. Anyway, next.
That is crazy. Okay. Fonzie, I need Inter Milan to win the Malon to win the Milan to win the Champions League. I need the cooking. If I win the Champions League, I'll be unbearable in the summer, to be honest.
Hamza will be there.
Yeah, like, bro, I am absolutely will be cooking people. A propaganda machine is saying Arteta is, here you go. That's an Arsenal fan, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, but that's Max.
Yeah, that's an Arsenal, guys. That's Max. Oh,
Yeah,
that's Max. Great, Max. Sorry, my apologies, Max. That's an Arsenal fan, by the way, that supported Arsenal for the longest time ever. You know what I mean? Right? Arteta is a coward. Just got back from the game. He just, by the way, that's a guy that went to the stadium today. So he's not
just like Dylan, who we worked with 4 days ago.
You remember Dylan's rant about Arteta?
Yeah. By the way, Dylan said there's many people who
home and away. Guys, Diallo, I want everyone. That's an Arsenal fan as well. So you guys can challenge this. Arteta is a coward. Just got back from the game. A big percentage fans are Arteta out. He tried to gaslight us at the end of the game about next season. We will win trophies. Igal still backs Arteta though. I didn't watch the speech. I don't know what he said. To be honest with you. I don't know what he said.
He said, now we go to the beach, blah, 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 something like this.
He said, we go to, I don't know what he said. You guys can actually let me know what he said. But thank Max. Maybe.
Thank you for the
see.
Max.
Appreciate you so much. Guys, I already told you I prefer your hate. That's fine. But I want to ask everyone here on this channel.
When I said positive stuff about Arsenal, thank you.
I said that when I told Husam to create MHF, when I said to Husam, one of the reasons why I wanted to create this channel is for us to debate the people, to actually talk with the people, to actually me and him debate each other. And I told him, and I have
every right after 3 years of second to say it.
And I said that I want to have an objective conversation. We sometimes, of course, we banter, we joke in an intro with fans and stuff. Like, we're not going to be serious all the time. But when we have conversations, we're honest. We say our opinion. It's not coming out of hate. By the way, about Man United, about Spurs, about Man City, about Liverpool, I say my opinion as I see it. And this man here says his opinion as he sees it.
Yep.
Sean, based on Mo's logic. Okay, Sean is every day there's a based on Mo's. I think me and you, Sean, should do a show on Footy Judge Mo. It's called based on Mo's logic. Wallahi, Sean. Yeah. I appreciate your super chats and your arguments, but me and you needs to do a show based on Mo's logic. And you come. Arsenal win nothing next season and the same managers available will stick with Arteta. No.
You said something on the football terrace, and I understand why Sean's saying this. Slot is not an upgrade on Klopp. We won the league.
Yes, of course, but Slot was a better.
Let me ask you one simple question.
No, but hold on. Can I say
do you
something?
believe that you can sometimes make the team win just by hearing a different voice? And new ideas?
Sometimes. But also, there is one more thing that I said, by the way, Sean, that you missed then. I said that I always say this, Sean. I am not a scout. It is not my job. There are people that gets paid thousands and hundreds of thousands to scout. That is the Liverpool board who scouted Arne Slot and thought that Arne Slot is the best for your
Even
club.
though all of us wanted Xabi Alonso and Amarim?
They scouted a Slot. So if Arsenal going to scout a different manager, by the way, I am okay. By the way, if I'm an Arsenal fan, if Arsenal get a better manager, I'm all right. I don't care. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm okay with it, to be honest with you. And I will see the logic. I will understand the decision. Like, there is a difference between me saying that Arteta should be sacked and me saying I will understand the situation. It's okay. But if Berta says, by the way, guys, the Kroenkes, we need to cut ties with Arteta. I think there's a better name out there that will suit this team. I'll understand. Shove your validations and glazing in the bum. Oh, he's rattled. He's done.
Diallo, I don't know what you do in your spare time, but that I don't swing that way. Big up though. Up to you.
Big up, Della. Oh my God.
Big up.
Husam, we know your game, brother. Glazed Arsenal for views, and now Arteta out for views.
Yes, 100%. Glazed Arsenal views now Arteta. Your
I'm
super chat
gonna-
proves
I'm gonna-
that you just can't win on this platform. For
I'm
2
just
years,
gonna say something.
everyone accused me of being an Arsenal fan, and they used it to mock me because I said Arsenal are going to win the league. And now that you didn't win the league and your manager's making excuses, I say you're not going to win the league because he's a loser. I am Arteta out for views. Let me explain something to you about the world of YouTube. You can't be negative about a club that's not yours for views because no one will watch. You want proof? Go watch my videos.
That's very. By the way, people don't understand this, and You
If I
cannot be
criticize
negative.
Chelsea, no one will watch. If I'm positive about Chelsea, everyone will watch. Simple. Forget your club. Use it as an example.
The only club you can be negative about and people watch is your club.
Yeah, your own club. Because you're constructively criticizing your own club.
No rival will gonna watch a negative video about their club on a different channel.
Yeah. Why will Arsenal fan watch me criticizing Arsenal?
So
Doesn't make
Onib,
no sense.
completely wrong, my
Yeah.
man. Completely wrong. Diallo has forgotten to take his meds today.
Well, at least now we know the way he takes his meds.
All right. I want the best for Arsenal. Don't mean I back him. Fantastic comment. AMT. Bravo. If you are, by the way, if you wanted, do you think Saad doesn't like Arsenal, for example? By the way, Saad wants a different manager. People that watch El Ahwa, you guys think that Saad doesn't like Arsenal?
For a year, he said, I believe my gaffer. I do think we'll win the league.
For a year, he said, I believe my gaffer. You think
Actually,
Saad?
not a year, 2 years on Ahwa, he said he believes his gaffer.
He said, so now, because Saad wants a different manager, he's bad? He's a bad guy? He doesn't support Arsenal? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Doesn't make any sense. Twinny here, the problem is our lack of threat in transition. Bravo, Twinny. Finally, a super chat that we can actually discuss before we start. Finally, a super chat about the football. That's why we're linked to Gyökeres, because he's pacey, left wings, but it won't matter. If we still play that wink in the 10, Arteta will never drop him, though, sadly. Someone that, by the way, Twinny was a big Arteta fan. 2 years. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Twinny was a big Arteta fan and he backed up the boys and all the stuff. Guys, there are different opinions. That tells me something. By the way, the fact that there are different opinions now, that tells me something changed.
Yeah, many Arsenal fans who were positive are now Arteta out, by the way. Forget us.
Lee Judges said something. Said, again, he said the same thing to me. He said, I will understand it if we get a different manager. I will understand it. I won't be, like he said, I will understand. To be honest, that is great. We kept it halal over here. Now say the shahada. What is this? What?
You're the one that said put stuff up your bum, not me. I mean, you're the one that's bringing that shit up. Alhamdulillah, I've never.
You're
done
the
that.
one who started with the banter is fine.
You're
the
so
criticism is
rattled
fine.
because you cannot make a single footballing debunk to my point.
I don't understand this. People start with like being. You have Diallo. You started the one with disrespect. Let's just say it as it is. You're the one who started the
Wasn't me.
disrespect. It wasn't.
It wasn't me.
We're not here disrespecting people. We don't do the channel to disrespect people, to be honest. That is not why we do things, to be honest
It's
with you
up to
guys.
me. 3 years, I said your club is going to win the league. You didn't. Don't expect me year 4 to say the same thing. I just won't.
No, I agree. Like, and I believe the Arteta will start next season with better football. I know you don't have to believe it. I believe
until I see it.
Until you see it, you will. I know that you won't believe it until you see it, right?
Yeah.
I just believe that this season was a big lesson to him. I know the injuries. My problem with Arteta is that if he actually starts believing what he said and he insists on doing the same thing again, because if he plays the same brand of football next season, that might not win. That Your
Oh,
chances
100%
of
they
winning
want
the
to win the
league
league with the same brand of football.
with the
100%.
same brand of football, with being so cautious on all the stuff, I believe that you need a different brand of football. Tony. Okay, this is for you.
Yalla fraud.
This is for you.
I'm sorry, I don't respond to
I
fucking
don't.
idiots. I'm a chemical
Sam's,
engineer. I speak 4 languages. I don't need this shit. You just paid me money to insult me. I don't respond to you.
I don't understand
And
what I
I'm not
said.
in a basement. I'm
I
in a
didn't
whole
even read
studio.
it.
Alhamdulillah. I'm not in a basement. I'm in a whole studio.
Go.
You don't
Balls.
survive 1 minute in my life, Thomas. Don't worry about it. Anyway, that's the Arsenal. That's the Arsenal, you get me, cry fest done. Big up to Max, who says, even with signings, I don't trust Arteta. First substitute, 71st minute, second substitute, 87th minute, Tierney left wing versus PSG, right back for right back. Well, while Enrique was up, he brought on a striker. While Arteta was down, he brought on Ben White. And I'm crazy for saying that. Wow, Arsenal won't win the league next year. Oof, I'm so crazy. How dare I? Big up to you, Max. To some Arsenal fans settled about this season, yeah, خلاص, ma, they're using the same excuse. Ma, there is no point. There's literally no point. There's literally no point. They're just using the same excuses. خلاص. What are you supposed to say? Just laugh. Just laugh. Anyway, ما فيش حدا غيرك لازم تيجي هناك. في شيء بدك تسويه؟
There's nobody.
فيش غير سعد.
So what? So why are we starting the show? Just wait for them. Wait for them to arrive. Where's Hamza? We need Hamza. There is no start in the show without Hamza. We're not gonna do Ahwa without fucking Hamza. There's no point.
Yeah, Hamza. Hamza's coming. I called.
طب يلا. We'll start the show. I will jump in right away and then يلا. Go start the show. Go start the show. Or start it while you're here. Start it and I will redirect. Start. Just start so and we can end. Big up people that are here. By the way, I just want to say massive support for the channel. Appreciate you guys for supporting the channel 2 days in a row. This is gonna of course, this is gonna be taking you to El Ahwa, which is gonna be a great, fantastic show today. It's gonna be a great show. Hit that like button, people, if you are here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Of course, let's get to 300 likes. We're very close to 300 likes. This will take you to Lawa, of course. I don't know if I don't know, you guys want to watch Hamza getting cooked. I think he's going to get cooked with everyone there. To be honest with you, we have a chance of fucking winning the league as Inter, bro. We have a fucking chance. We need to win the league, bro. Did Husam start? I actually don't know. Is he live yet? I'm not sure if he's live yet, but I'm waiting for the notification so I can redirect to him. Yeah, I think he's live. This is great. Tomorrow's the National League, people. Twinny, my fan base can see life beyond Arteta, no matter if they are in or out. That's why Arsenal talk always revolves around him. It's actually boring. Yeah, I want to speak about this. Is, by the way, Twinny, that's why I try to talk about the football, the way Arsenal play, the likes of Declan Rice, the likes of Odegaard. Is Odegaard good enough? You know what I mean? Is the brand of football good enough? It's not only about Arteta, I promise you. I don't know. I try, when I do shows, I try to be a little bit talk about the football and different aspects. It's not only about Mikel Arteta. I actually stopped talking about Mikel Arteta at all. But there is some points that when you have to talk about Arteta in terms of like, is he the one behind Odegaard being a little bit slower? You know what I mean? Sometimes I do this. But listen, bigger people, let's go to Al-Ahwa for a different kind of show, entertaining show in Al-Ahwa. Hit that like button and I will see you guys there.